Hello guys, so welcome back to our training. I'm sorry for delaying you. So this is another edition of our training, crypto trading training, technical analysis. I'm sorry for my background voice, so don't mind them. So without wasting much of our time, let us dive into the to our training. So last time we talked about support and resistance. So I hope all of us have understand that. So if you have any question concerning that, you can DM me. My inbox is always open for you. So moving on to our training, trend line. What is trend line itself? So trend line can be defined as a charting tools used to illustrate the prevailing direction of the price. It can also be defined as an analytical tools by analysts used by an analyst to know the upward and downward direction of a market. That is for a trader to know when to buy and to sell. However, trend line is divided into two, which is the upward trend and the downward trend. So what I read is just self-explanatory. It's a thing you can understand on its own. But once I show you the trend line, you will understand what this content is all about. So moving on to the second paragraph. Said an upward trend is a mostly referred to as a support, while the downward trend is referred to as resistance. Now, this is the upward trend and this is the downward trend. Can you see my mouse? This is the upward trend and this is the downward trend. Now, an upward trend shows upward from left to right to the right. That is, it claims higher, which is HH, and higher low, which is HL. It is very important that upward trend is drawn low the chart. So let's go to the practical. Now, this is the upward trend. This is the example of upward trend, and this is the tools that we use to draw the upward trend. Like I said, I told you guys to go and um, learn much about TradingView, that we are going to be using it to analyze our market. So this is the TradingView, this is the TradingView. So we are using the trend line tools. So this is the trend line tools. So I will have to delete this one. So I'm coming, please. So let me just delete this one. So this is the trend line. Now I want to mark out the upward trend line. So this is our upward trend line. Can you see? The market is going zigzag, but if you can see what I'm saying, you can see that as the market is going up and down, it makes sure that they are touching this line. You can see they are touching this line. So it touches twice here, touches here and here. So this is the perfect example of upward trend line. This is the perfect example of upward trend line. Now, according to our notes, say it is very important that upward trend line is drawn low the chart. So this is what it means. You can see that it is drawn under the chart, not at the top of the chart here. Not at the top of the chart here. No, this is not how to draw upward trend line. So you have to draw it at the low of the chart. This is it. So this is it. It must be drawn at the low of the chart. So let us move on to the next thing. So the subtopic says what validates an upward trend line. Now, number one, it means that what are the things that you can see to know that this upward trend line, it is validate, and it is validate that I can trade with it. So that's what it means. We all go to school and we understand the word validate, that what is the things that make this upward trend line to be active, that I can trade with it. Now, number one, it must bring structure. Can you see the structure? Zigzag, 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 and they have BOS, which is break of structure, zigzag. Now let's go to our practical. Can you see it goes zigzag? And this is our our break of structure. Can you see BOS? So this is one break of structure. So sorry. So this is one break of structure, and this is another break of structure. So this is another break of structure, and this is another break of structure, and this is another break of structure, and this is another break of structure. So that's what it means. It must bring break of structure. And even at the top, this is another break of structure, this is another break of structure here now. Oh, sorry. Here now, this is another break of structure, and here this is another break of structure. So this is what validates the upward trend line. Now, second point, it says it must not break previous low, which means it must not break previous low. That is, it must not must not, how can I say it? It must not pass that line. Okay, let me say it that way so that you can understand. It must not pass that line. Can you see? It must not pass that line. So come, I want to make it okay. So okay, this is our trend line. It must not pass that line. Can you see? So coming, I'm coming. I want to make it perfect so that this is it. It must not pass. It must not pass that line. So that's what it means. So the next point say it must touch the line at least twice to know the upward trend line that is valid. It must touch the line at least twice. Now, take for instance, now it touches it here, 1, same here, 2, same here, 3. So definitely you can start your trade here with what? With your, even you can wait to reach here and you can start your trade here with your imbalance. This is imbalance, complete imbalance. Here you can start your imbalance here, you start your trade here and you put your stop loss here. You put your stop loss at the liquidation here, you put your stop loss here. You are going to understand everything, don't worry. You put your stop loss here. Can you see? Immediately the market reached this place, it started to, it moved like this, move like this, move like this, move like, and it started to go down, So that's the work of trend line. Can you see? Just imagine that I marked this place out. I marked this place out and I started trading here, and it's go like this, go like this, go like this, go up, go up. Even it doesn't touch my stop loss at all. This is my, because this is my stop loss. Can you see? And can you see? And just imagine that I pushed my TP here. Can you see the how much of gain I will be if I trade the market? So moving on to the second, okay, another subtopic. It says there are two ways, or there are two ways one can pick entry with an uptrend, which is upward trend line. So number one is tracing out the BOS, break of structure, which I have done. So this is it, tracing out the BOS, which I have done. Now number two is imbalance, which I just explained now, but you might not understand it, but I will explain it to you later. So this is our imbalance. You just started trading here and you put your stop loss here, and you can see it goes down like that. That's the logic of the market. Now moving on to the second point, which is downward trend. Now a downward trend is mostly referred to as resistance, that is from left to the right, which is from the left side to the right hand side, and it creates lower high low and is drawn above the chart. So just like word and opposite. So upward trend line is drawn at the low chart, at the low of the chart, but this one is drawn at the above or top of the chart. Now this is the example. Now let's go to the practical so that I can show you. Sorry, I've already marked it out for so that we won't waste much of our time. So but I can't find it now. Okay, I think there's it. Now this is the example of our downward trend line. Okay, so this is another example. This is the example of downward trend line. Sorry. So this is an example of downward trend line. Can you see? Now, as the market is moving, this is another liquidation here, and it started building its trend line, its downward trend line, zigzag, zigzag, and it touches it twice, even more than twice. Let me try to zoom it. I'm trying to make it simple so that you can all see it. Yes. Okay, this is it. Can you see it? Now this is it. This is our downward trend line. Can you see? Now let's go to our our notes. Says what validates our downward trend line? Number one, it must break a structure. So just like the upward trend, but it is just word and opposite. So it must break the structure. Now this is the structure, BOS. So these are BOS. It must break a structure. So it must break a structure. So if you are just marking out, if you are marking out downward trend or upward trend, make sure you take note of this BOS, because those are the things that will validate the upward and downward trend. So take note of that. Now, point 2, it must not break the previous low high. So can you see? It must not pass the line. It must not pass the line. Now it must touch the line at least twice. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 5. So this is the perfect upward, this is the perfect downward trend line. So can you see, after this it started going down, then after it reached this place and it started moving up. Can you see, started moving up, even moving up, moving up. It hasn't it has not go back to this liquidation. If you can see, can you see? So má bínú sí mi, a ṣe ń kọ́ ni, àwa náà máa mọ̀ láìpẹ́. So but I don't want to be using Yoruba because of another people tí wọ́n gbọ́ Yoruba, so that we all can learn and understand what I'm saying. So gradually we our no graduates in gradually we are going to understand everything. It is not that we cannot face the ground, but doing YouTube is not easy. So we are going to be practicing it and learning it small. Now there are major ways of picking entries. So just like the upward trend, tracing out the BOS, which I have done, and number 2 is imbalance, which is the most valid way of picking entry. The most valid way of picking entry is imbalance. Now just imagine that with my entry here, okay, yeah, oh, this is not the right imbalance. After this liquidation, I'm coming. I didn't see any valid imbalance here. Okay, no. Okay, I think I see it there. Now, now look at it. I see after the market reaches line, it should go down. And can you see? Yeah, and it started going down. It started going down from here to this place, and later it goes up. So if you are not Olojukokoro, if your market is this place, you must have gained so much of money, depending on your depending on your capital. I mean, depending on the amount of money that you use to trade. So that's what I mean. Now let's go to the chart pattern. If you have any question concerning that, kindly message me. So this is 17 minutes. I'm checking the time, so I don't want to waste much of our time. So we are moving on to the chart pattern. There are different forms of chart pattern, but the most important ones is rising wedge and falling wedge. So it is just like a what is it called, trend line. So this trend line that we are talking about, can you see, this is the rising wedge, this is the falling wedge rather. This is the falling wedge chart pattern. So don't confuse yourself. This is the falling wedge. That is the falling wedge here. This is the falling wedge, and the upward trend is the rising wedge. So we can also consider head and shoulder. We can call it head and shoulder. Rising wedge, which is also known as ascending. You know what ascending means? Kinkan ma lọ sókè. So, and that is upward trend. So I don't think I have an example here. It is not what rising wedge is trying to tell you, that it is not a must that it touches the line. You understand? But once it is going up, going down, but it is as you can see it, and as you can imagine, based on your eye that you can see, okay, this thing is going down. You can see that it's going down. So even your intellectual and your reason will tell you that this is falling wedge. So, and the upward trend is rising wedge. I don't want to go to that place so that now we won't be wasting much of our time. Sorry. Now, falling wedge pattern is the opposite of the rising wedge pattern. It is a descending wedge pattern, very short pattern that signals a breakout of the upside. Now, can you see rising wedge, falling wedge, head and shoulder? Can you see double top and reverse? Those are the another examples of chart pattern, but we are not going to talk about the most popular one that you can use to trade is rising wedge. And once you understand what trend line is all about, so you can use it to trade. You can use rising wedge or falling wedge to trade. So now let's talk about liquidity. Now, liquidity simply means how rapidly a particular pair can be bought or sold. On the other hand, liquidity means when a trader is being stopped of the market, that is when a trader position either on or buy or sell, on buy or sell its stop loss. Furthermore, there are 5 types of liquidity. They are an upward trend liquidity, a downward trend liquidity. So like I always said when starting from our training, so I always touch the liquidity. So this is an example of liquidity. Can you see? So this is the upward liquidity. Upward liquidity. So the upward liquidity, it might be zigzag like this now. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. So it's an upward liquidity. But the liquidity that can make you have more money or can make you lose, they are like this. You can see very straight one. Pium, ó kàn máa flow lọ sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan ni pium tàbí kó wá sálẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pam. Those are the liquidity that can give you money or can send you back to your village. So be at alert whenever you are trading and don't rush to trade. So you understand. Now, this is the chart of the upward trend liquidity, and this is the chart of the downward trend liquidity. And double top liquidity. Double top liquidity means it must touch the top twice. Like can I? Okay. No. I don't think no. I didn't see any example here. Okay. Look at here now. I'm coming. Let me mark it out. Look at here now. Can you see it? Can you see that this wick and this small wick, they are on the same line, and it touches that line 1 2, immediately the market starts going down and reach this level. So this is the example of top double top liquidity. And double bottom liquidity is just like I explained this. It will be at the bottom like this. Can you see? No, this is not the perfect example. Just imagine we have another wick that stop here. So once they are in the same line, it will start going up. Okay, I think we have an example. Thank God, we have an example here. We have here. So can you see? So that your trend line must straight to. Can you see? So it touches that line twice. Can you see? It starts going up. So that is the double bottom liquidity. Now the next one is equal high liquidity, equal high / equal low liquidity. So equal high liquidity, they are not good for a trader because you are going to find yourself in loss. So that's why I don't advise people to trade that. Now An upward trend liquidity simply means when a pair is moving in an upward way in order to clear liquidity, while downward liquidity is vice versa of upward liquidity. So this is what they are trying to say. Now, this is our liquidity. This is our liquidity. This liquidity come here and come here. This liquidity come here so that it can clear this liquidity. Can you see? Can you see? It's coming so that it can clear this liquidity. Can you see it? It's coming so that it can clear this liquidity, and once it reach this place it start going up, but kò tí tẹ́ lọ́rùn, ó fẹ́ ṣe kí ni, ó fẹ́ lọ clear another one, kò tí tẹ́ lọ́rùn, liquidity yẹn ò tí pair, ó tún wá síbí, ó tún wá clear eléyìí, ó tún wá clear eléyìí, even ó tún kọjá ẹ̀ gan, but tá a bá gbé, ẹ ti rí pé ó wá débi, tá a bá gbé síwájú ẹ rí pé ó ti máa rí another thing tó máa wá clear. Please, I'm coming, give me a few minutes. So I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm sorry for wasting your time. So we are trying to find this liquidity. We are trying to find this liquidity. So if you check it, you will find it, but it might be long, but you are going to find it. Or that, give me a second, please. I need to attend to a call. Yes, sir. Gbogbo kí ni màtíríàlì bá fún kí ló bẹ̀rẹ̀? Àbí mo tún ní màtíríàlì kí ni èló ní last price ìdàlẹ́ ìjọ? Ẹjọ́ èló ní last price? Èló ní last price 5,000 ẹni pọ̀ jù? Ní lásán ló fẹ́ gbèrè. Àìrọ̀ o, ẹ bá ní lásán ní ìdíje láti tó bá wá gbé ìnáwó ìlú ẹ fẹ́ gbà. Ẹjọ́ ẹ bá ń di ẹjọ́ ẹjẹ́ ń fún pàṣẹ. Tí bá ti dé tọ́ba ti dé ní tọ́ba ti wà tó sì tó ń gbé ìdíje ìdáwà gba ẹ̀ àti ìjọba kan bá ti dé. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very sorry. Ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ṣé ti gbọ́? èèyàn mi náà lẹ́yìn náà, so ẹ máa understand, kì í ṣe pàlejò ni mò ń ṣe training fún. So this is so this is the liquidation. Double bottom liquidity. Please, I'm sorry, I'm very slow. No vex. Alright, sorry. So an upward trend line simply means when a pair is moving upward way in order to clear. So I think I have explained that. Double top liquidity means when a pair touches resistance 2 times in order to clear liquidity. So it is just like this that I explained earlier. So they are the same thing. But the reason why they are explaining it in a different structure is because in some cases you will have to use liquidity to determine your market, while in some cases you will have to use chart pattern to determine your market. So everything is does the same thing. Now 2 ways one can trade with liquidity. Now let's be focused now. After liquidity is being cleared, one can enter the trade market order. Note, please concentrate here, because this is the way that you can make money very quick. Note, this is only work for double top and double bottom liquidity. Now let's find the example here. Now this is the liquidity. Now it goes up, pium, 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 and it reaches here, pa pa. This is your imbalance. If you trade here, if you trade here now, it reach here. So if you trade here, if na limit trade or if na market trade, so you will get a profit here. But you trade here and you put your stop loss there. Can you see? So and the trade started to go down even to this place. So that's another gain for you. So that's another gain for you. I'm sorry, I'm just doing 2 things together. I'm sorry. Now number 2, waiting for market to clear liquidity, then you enter using imbalance. So this is what I'm saying. Now I want to mark it out very well. Now let me find my imbalance here. Now okay, this is my imbalance. This is my imbalance. Make sure your line is straight to. So you pick your trade here, and bí trade yẹn ṣe ń lọ ó lọ sókè ìwọ sì mọ̀ pé liquidity lélẹ̀ ó ti ń lọ but limit kíní ló gbé sí. So ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ trade yẹn, ó enter trade yẹn bí, can you see? Ó enter trade yẹn bí, ó dẹ̀ ń lọlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbúgbúrúgbúrú, ó sì lọlẹ̀ báyìí, ó dé bí. But tí wò bá mọ̀, tó bá ti lọ fi stop loss ẹ sí bí, ó ti jẹ gbèsè nìyẹn o. Ó dé bí, ká ní pé ibi ló fi stop loss ẹ sí, ó dé bí báyìí, ó kọjá stop loss. kò dé stop loss rádà. So gbà tó dé bí tán ó dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó lọ padà ó wọnú trade ẹ̀ lọ ó wọnú ẹ̀ padà ó tún padà sínú stop loss yẹn torí after from this place to stop loss gbogbo bí báyìí sísàlẹ̀ báyìí ìyẹn ni loss, but tó bá ti dé ibi tó máàkì fún stop loss yẹn gangan ibẹ̀ ló ti wọ stop loss. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi example wọ̀nyí so that if you want to trade, so ẹ máa wò báyìí, so òun lélẹ̀ báyìí o ti trade báyìí o wá fi stop loss orí pé ó ti ibi bíi báyìí tó bá ti dé ibi bíi báyìí ó ti jẹ gbèsè nìyẹn, á fa gbogbo owó ẹ̀, but tó bá ti wà bíbí owó ẹ̀ kàn máa lọlẹ̀ ni kò ní já kò tí ní já, but tó bá ti dé ibi báyìí á já dànù, á já owó ẹ̀ nínú balance ẹ̀, but tó bá ti wà bíbí kò ní já, ó ti ń ṣeré ká ni ó ṣeré ká ẹ rí pé bíbí báyìí ó ti ṣe kiri ó ti ń ṣeré ká. So ẹja máa wò lọ ó kàn ya ni ó ṣe kíni ó lọ sókè padà, ẹ rí ó ti ń lọ sókè padà. Just imagine pé ibi bí ló wá fi stop loss ẹ sí ló ṣe kíni lọ. Just imagine pé bí ló wá fi take profit ẹ sí, bóyá bí báyìí ló fi take profit ẹ sí, ṣé you get ṣé you grab. Now báyìí trade ẹ lọ báyìí ó dé bí. Now from this place to this place you are in profit, you are in huge profit. Tó bá jẹ́ wípé you use tó bá jẹ́ wípé báwo mo ṣe lè sọ, tó bá jẹ́ you use good capital tó bá jẹ́ pé you use good capital. So this is the place we are going to stop the training today. So next time I will talk about multi-time frame and trade circle. So after that then we are going to talk about imbalance. So imbalance, then after imbalance then we are done with the trading. So thank you very much guys, for watching this video. I'm very grateful. So kindly try to engage, like, comment and subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell in case of another time that we drop any video, because starting from shortly, let me say it this way, shortly we are going to be posting some videos that will be useful for the graphic designers and the freelancers entirely, that you can use to make money online. So after this trading we are diving to that, but I just did the training because people are requesting for it. As you can see, I'm not good at it, so I'm not a master, I'm not good, but I just want all of us to learn based on what I have known. So I just want to teach other people. So I'm sorry if I make any mistake. Thank you. Kindly like and subscribe and comment. Thank you very much. And my DM is always open if you have any message. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye.